Breaking news. Please stand by for another C2C World News Now current event. Hello, today is Monday, and this is the 26th day of September 2016.
Authorities in the Austrian city of Wels have slapped a curfew on young migrants in response to a series of sex attacks at a wine and beer festival. It came after underage asylum seekers from Afghanistan assaulted 17 women at the Wels Volksfest festival. We spoke exclusively to the city's mayor.
The race has now the allowance to leave their home till 8 p.m. and they accepted this requirement. And there have to be strict sanctions if they break these rules. We had the problem that female visitors of the festival were victims of sexual assaults. 17 women in the age between 18 and 50 years were abused on the festival in Wels. Their abusers were refugees from Afghanistan, and these refugees were in the age between 15 and 16 years. One of these refugees were 23 years old. Till August, there already were 193 complaints, and you see it's already increasing all the time.
It's just the latest incidents of sexual assault involving refugees. A number of women were assaulted on New Year's Eve in the German city of Cologne. Similar cases were also reported during New Year celebrations in Finland. In Sweden, 5 rape cases and 12 sexual assaults were reported at a summer music festival, with up to 35 sexual molestation complaints filed against foreign young men. Last summer in Denmark, refugees were charged with raping and groping women. The mayor of the Austrian city of Wels told us what he thinks needs to be done.
To deal with sexual violence in the long term, we have to take some very important measures. First of all, we have to increase the number of the police officers, and furthermore, we have to coordinate the private security with the police forces. We also think about more police in plain clothes, and we think about video surveillance also on the festival and in the city of Wels. We have to make stricter rules for immigration in Austria, and it's also very important that we control our borders quite strict. There is no sense that everybody can come here and we don't know who is coming.
However, there's also fury at what some perceive as a growing witch hunt against asylum seekers. On Thursday, scores of Germans took to the streets to vent their frustration over the far-right policies of the anti-immigrant AfD party. Local police struggled to control the demonstrators. The protest came amidst record national support for the AfD party. Political commentator Mo Ansar believes that anti-migrant rhetoric is being exploited.
Throughout Europe, over the last few years, we've seen the rhetoric against the increasing numbers of refugees and migrants coming into Europe hardening. We've seen the far right in Austria gain massive traction politically. One of the key essential elements which they're using to ramp up the rhetoric against some of the migrants is the idea that there are European women who are our women who are being somehow molested and raped and abused by incoming migrants. Now, we know from European statistics in Britain and elsewhere across Europe that 90% of violence against women cases are done by people they know. These are not exclusively an issue that relate to migrants or immigrants or refugees who are coming in. And the idea that the far right are exploiting this to ratchet up tensions and to increase the hate and the prejudice against refugees and migrants is absolutely disgusting, and it's untenable. Prejudice against migrants and refugees is getting too far. When we've got to the point where we're saying that we have to have a curfew, that these people rape and attack our women, that we somehow need to protect them from these people, domestic violence and abuse is a problem across the board. And we need to support organisations and charities to tackle this. But at the minute in Austria, the far right are using this to increase the marginalisation of foreign nationals who are coming to the country, 90% of whom the UN have said are escaping conflict and war and are looking for...
This has been a C2C World News Now current event. Stay safe, everyone.